Welcome back to the new lecture of Fundamentals of Management series, lecture 3. And I hope you have enjoyed the lecture 1 and 2 on managerial skills, managerial functions, and all the levels of management. Now we are moving on to a very important topic for all those who are writing examinations. This topic is something which we all need to know what a manager does. A Canadian management expert, Henry Mintzberg, I repeat, Henry Mintzberg, has came up with 10 major managerial roles in an organization, and he divided these 10 roles into 3 subcategories. So Henry Mintzberg has carried out a research in 1973 in different private firms and public organizations, and he came up with this managerial roles with 3 subcategories, 10 roles into 3 categories. So now we're going to go ahead and find out what are these 3 categories which he came up with, and what are the subdivisions of each category. Before that, I request all of you guys to like the videos and make sure that you people are watching these videos completely rather than you just watch it for a couple of minutes and you jump out. I'm sure these videos will help you out in entire your examination process. It will help you out in your job purposes. And at the same time, if you are progressing for other courses in the future, having this knowledge of management will definitely help you out. For example, you have a business and you want to run a business, then obviously you need to have management skills. So most of the people may think that as a technocrat, as a technical graduate, do I really require this management skills? Obviously, it is important for every techno graduate has to learn management skills in order to show what he knows, what he can do through these skills. First category is called as interpersonal contact. Interpersonal contact concerns the contact between the manager and the people in his environment. For example, a manager has subordinates, directors, customers, suppliers, and all these people are called as stakeholders. And this manager has to deal with all these people. And if he doesn't do this, if he don't communicate with them at lower level, as we learned in the past lecture, at the lower level and at the top level, then obviously there is no proper efficiency and effectiveness of work at the workplace. In interpersonal contact subcategory, the first one is figurehead. Figurehead means role model or symbol, or you can say he has to show he acts as a leader or a head of that particular organization or a department. If you talk about a HR manager XYZ, XYZ acts as a figurehead of that HR department. He is the one who is going to talk to everybody, and he is the one who is taken as an example by all the employees in that HR department. So manager not only talks, he has to walk the way he do. So when he does the things properly, then obviously people will act accordingly. Second is leader. So first one is figurehead, the second one is leader. Manager has to play a role of a leader. He should support his staff, he should coach his staff, he should educate his staff, he should train his staff, he should assess their skills, knowledge and abilities, and ensure that a positive work environment is created in an organization. So manager should act as a leader. Who is a leader? Leader is the person who shows the way and goes the way. The third one, which is very important one, is called as liaison. Liaison is nothing but an intermediary or a link between higher levels and lower levels. In the levels of management, we have learned that managers belong to the second level, which is middle level. So they act as a link between the top level and the bottom level, operational level and the strategic level. So he is the bond or a link or a networking officer between these two bodies. If he get feedback from the bottom level, he has to pass that to the top level. If he get orders from the top level, he has to pass it to the bottom level. That is the liaison officer. The second category or subcategory is called as information processing category. In this particular category, the first one is monitor. So monitor means gathering internal and external information from all the relevant sources in an organization. Analyze the information. Make sure that you predict according to the information which is analyzed. Every organization comes up with challenges, comes up with threats. They also have some opportunities. How we will know all this is only through monitoring, constant monitoring of what is going on in the organization and what is going on outside the organization, which is external environment. Inside the organization is called as internal environment. So an eagle eye. Manager should have an eagle eye. Eagle eye in the sense an helicopter view. From the top, he need to look at the organization, what is going on inside the organization and outside the organization. The next one in this category of information processing is disseminator. Who is a disseminator? Disseminator, manager transmits factual information to his subordinates and to other people within the organization. So he is the one who passes the information, who disseminates the information, facts to the stakeholders like customers, then suppliers, the employees and everybody who is working under him. He is the one who is going to pass them with right information, the facts about what is happening. And if we don't disseminate that information, then obviously people will not know what to do, how to do, when to do, where to do and why to do. And next one is spokesman. Most of the people get confused about figurehead and a spokesman. Figurehead, we take your father is a figurehead. At the same time, he is a spokesman to the other people. You take your father as an example and your father communicate with anybody who comes to your house. That's what a spokesman means. As a spokesman, the manager represents the organization and communicates with the outside world. Who is in the outside world? The media, the charity organizations, government, legal officers, anybody who comes to the organization, manager has to stand there and speak on behalf of the organization. The last subcategory is called as decision-making category. In this subcategory, there are different roles a manager has to play. The first role, he is entrepreneur. Manager, who is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is a person who has a new idea and he has a capacity, a capability, an ability to convert that idea into a reality or a practical thing. So manager should initiate anything which comes in the organization. He should collect the information. He should do all that groundwork and implement it. So entrepreneur is a person who takes action. So manager has to act as an entrepreneur rather than depending on other people to take the initiation. I say entrepreneur or initiation, same thing. Next one is called as disturbance handler. Disturbance handler means every organization have lot of disturbances. For example, you may come across a machine which is not working properly. You may come across a division where employees are absent. You may come across a division where there is a natural calamity. You come across many threats, many breakdowns, many disturbances. And as a manager, you should not panic. You should not take any stress. You just need to be cool and make sure that every disturbance is handled in a better manner, so that it doesn't affect the organization's long-term progress. So in a situation like disturbance, if a manager is not there or doesn't want to take a lead or thinks or ignore the disturbance, then obviously organization may get into trouble. The next one is resource allocator. As we all know, to do any work, we need 4 types of resources. I need the information, I need some money, the finance, I need some people, the human resources, and I need some place, machineries and all that. That is called as physical resources. If these 4 resources are not properly allotted to the people, not properly allocated to the people, then obviously it is easily understood that the work will not be done in time or effectively. So there will not be quality, there will not be work done in time. So it is manager's responsibility to ensure that all these resources are optimally utilized and optimally allocated, so that the employees who are working in their divisions should not find it difficult just because of shortage of resources. So as a manager, you should be a better resource allocator. Finally, the last one is negotiator. Negotiation is nothing but bargaining between individuals and an organization. So as a manager, you are in between organization and individuals. So you plays a role of a negotiator, where you may think about interest of both parties. In this, organization is a party, individuals are a party, and you cannot support one side. You have to be balancing both sides. So this is what negotiation means. Thank you very much for listening to this video. I want you to subscribe this channel and tell all the students, especially who are studying BTech, Fundamentals of Management, who are studying Diploma, Industrial Management and Entrepreneur, who are studying Management Science, who are studying Management Essentials, the people who are in MBA first year, Management and Organization Behavior. Every course there is a subject called management, and this course is parallelly designed for those people who are really looking for, even in the competitive exams. Make sure that you go through this. This will at least help you in getting a better idea of how we can go ahead with our examinations and life. Thank you very much for watching this video.